Welcome to Open History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more video like this one.
The registration photograph of Aaron Lowy was taken upon his arrival at Auschwitz on the 5th of March in the year 1942. 5 days later, he was killed in the camp. In the year 1937, at his country house in Moscow, Joseph Stalin carries his daughter Svetlana in a rare moment of softness. Behind the smile lay one of the darkest years in history, a quiet image framed by a storm that few could see from the outside. An amateur radio operator in 1963 uses a Morse key alongside a teletype machine, sending messages through early long-distance communication technology. Along the muddy Western Front in 1915, a captured German soldier is led by French escorts. The grim photograph captures the sheer exhaustion of all men involved in the brutal, unrelenting trench warfare of World War I. Rocky Dennis lived with a rare bone disorder, defying doctors' predictions to reach 16 years old. His story of humor and resilience with his mother was later immortalized in the 1985 film Mask. The Dean Bridge in Edinburgh, Scotland, photographed around 1900, shows its graceful arches stretching across the valley, a striking example of the city's architectural and engineering skill. During the Soviet era, whispers claim a secret expedition found the metallic Ural relic, an object of advanced technology in the Ural Mountains. With no proof, the object remains a mystery, fueled by secrecy and Cold War folklore. Archaeologists have uncovered smoke-dried human remains across Southeast Asia, some nearly 12,000 years old, suggesting the world's earliest mummification began here long before Egypt or Peru. Discovered in 2007 near Valdaro, Italy, two 6,000-year-old skeletons were found locked in an eternal embrace. Archaeologists lifted them as one block, preserving the lovers of Valdaro exactly as they lay. A powerful contrast. The same man in youth and old age, his tattoos fading, but his identity deepening. Time alters the body, but the stories etched into it gain new meaning with every decade. In 1989, fisherman Chito rescued a dying crocodile he named Pocho. After healing, Pocho returned and stayed. For 20 years they swam together, forming one of the most extraordinary bonds ever seen. Amu Haji, the dirtiest man of Iran, refused to wash for over 60 years, believing it caused sickness. He reached his mid-90s but tragically died shortly after villagers finally persuaded him to take his first bath. The doomed romance of John Cazale and Meryl Streep began in 1976. When Cazale was diagnosed with cancer, Streep stayed by him, while Robert De Niro secretly paid his insurance so he could finish his final film. The earliest known photo of a woman, taken in 1839, shows Dorothy Catherine Draper. Made by her brother using the new daguerreotype process, it's also the only surviving image of an 1830s poke bonnet. Big Jacob, a mute 7-foot enslaved man in Alabama, 1847 to 1851, was linked to 9 mysterious deaths of plantation owners, windpipes crushed, doors locked, no witnesses. Newspapers called it apoplexy. In December 1240, Mongol forces besieged Kiev. After the city executed their envoys, the Mongols breached the walls, massacring nearly all 50,000 inhabitants, opening the path for the invasion of Eastern Europe. On Nova 18, 1952, Lieutenant Royce Williams fought 7 MiG-15s alone over Korea, shooting down 4. His Panther returned riddled with 263 holes. Story classified 50 years. Silver Star upgraded to Navy Cross in 2022. Moshe, a baby elephant, lost a leg to a landmine on the Thailand-Myanmar border. In 2007, she became the first elephant fitted with a prosthetic leg, walking again thanks to human compassion. In 1954, Science and Invention in Pictures illustrated teledoctoring, the concept of doctors consulting patients remotely using early communication technology, a precursor to modern telemedicine. 2 photos of John Lennon taken a year apart show him at 26-27. When the Beatles broke up in April 1970, Lennon and Ringo were 29, while Paul and George were 27 none, yet 30. In May 1937, the Hindenburg airship burst into flames in New Jersey, killing 36 people. This tragedy marked the dramatic end of the grand, ambitious era of passenger airships. A 19th-century blacksmith lost part of his arm and welded a hammer directly to the stump. In an era of dangerous trades and crude prosthetics, survival demanded ingenuity and grit. Beneath Paris, the catacombs are a maze of hundreds of kilometers, known only to illegal cataphiles. The explorers risk arrest, flooding, and collapse to navigate this dangerous, forgotten, and truly massive underworld. Soviet discipline during World War II was brutal. 158,000 soldiers were shot for cowardice. 13,000 of those executions occurred during the hellish Stalingrad campaign alone. In 1944 Warsaw, midwife Zofia Kaminska forged birth certificates to save Jewish infants, giving them new identities and a chance at life. Hidden beneath her floorboards lay hope. A bizarre dinosaur once roamed Morocco's mountains, sporting neck spikes as long as golf clubs, an extraordinary defense that made it look both fierce and surreal. Ted Webb, the coal miner, raised 8 children in Appalachia and inspired Loretta Lynn's famous song. He died in 1959, never knowing his daughter's fame, but his music and grit forged a country legend. In the desperate final years of the Second World War, Japan built the Armored Turtle Shell, a steel personal shield for soldiers lying on the ground. Heavy and impractical, it symbolized ingenuity mixed with futility. In 2017, China unearthed a 2,400-years-old burial pit. It contained over 100 horses and 4 chariots, showing the massive funerary sacrifices for a feudal lord of the Zheng state. Captured Soviet women soldiers in World War II faced brutal treatment by German forces. Many endured forced labor, imprisonment, or execution, their suffering largely erased from history books. Jack Bonavita, a famed lion tamer at the turn of the 20th century, survived lions and tigers for years. His legend was sealed in 1917 when he was fatally mauled, not by a big cat, but by a polar bear. On Des 1, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her bus seat in Montgomery, sparking the 13-month Montgomery bus boycott and a movement that challenged segregation and changed history. Soviet soldiers in the Afghan war boiled bullets to disable them before trading, hoping to harm gunpowder. But modern ammo was heat-resistant, so the tactic mostly failed. General St. Clair was defeated in 1791, marking the largest loss for the United States Army by Native Americans. 630 soldiers were killed, forcing Congress to create a professional national army. In 1812, the Battle of Berezina sealed the retreat from Moscow. Napoleon escaped the Russian trap, but lost nearly 49,000 combatants and stragglers, marking the final failure of his Russian campaign. Around 1910, patients immersed in Dr. Schnee's electric 4-cell bath for rheumatism and pain, where currents of electricity promised healing in a strange clinical ritual. Nearly 2,000 years ago in Roman Berenice, cats and dogs were buried with care, collars, and evidence of old age or injury, possibly the world's oldest pet cemetery. For 50 years, the Pine Bluff Museum displayed a figure thought to be wax, until curator Clara discovered leathery hands and human skin beneath the suit in June 2025. In the 1960s, John B. Calhoun created Universe 25, a mouse paradise with unlimited resources. Overcrowding caused social chaos and the behavioral sink, proving that lack of purpose, not lack of food, destroys society. Chinese guerrilla fighter Cheng Benhua, 24, smiles moments before her execution by Japanese forces in late 1938, a quiet act of defiance in the face of death. Summer 1944 Reims, a weary American soldier rests among locals. Children watch, elders smile, and the streets echo the quiet relief of liberation. 1915. Anastasia Nikolaevna playfully pulls faces while sister Olga recovers. A rare glimpse of Romanov innocence before their tragic fate. In 1987, 74-year-old Bai Fangli gave up retirement to fund schooling for poor children, ultimately helping over 300 before passing in 2005. In July 2025, a man in Pontypridd, Wales, found his Nokia 3310 after 22 years. To his amazement, it powered on, preserving old texts and contacts, a tiny time capsule from the early 2000s. Cheddar Man, who lived 9,000 years ago in England, has a direct living descendant, a history teacher, just half a mile from the cave where he was buried, linking 300 generations. Troops depart from Penn Station, New York, April 1943. The T on the soldier's sleeve marks him as a technician, part of the vast mobilization during World War II. In 1912, 18-year-old Madeline Astor survived the Titanic disaster while 5 months pregnant. Her husband perished, but she gave birth to their son and carried on with courage and dignity. Lenin's last photo, 1923, shows him frail in a wheelchair after 3 strokes. Once a revolutionary force, his body failed, leaving him silent and cut off from the political world he shaped. Judy Garland at 46 shows the toll of Hollywood's cruelty. Childhood stardom, enforced drugs, starvation, and exploitation left her with little chance of a normal life. An American soldier stood under a dusty wartime sky, gripping his M1 Garand, a trusted companion, a symbol of resolve amid the fires of battle. In 1885, Dr. William Gordon Stables set out in the Wanderer, Britain's first leisure caravan, pulled by 2 horses, blending adventure, travel, and literary pursuits. United States troops captured a 17-year-old Nazi pilot after a one-man midget submarine washed up on the Anzio beachhead in 1944, a desperate, daring World War II naval innovation. After the Second World War, thousands of Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress and consolidated B-24 Liberator bombers returned to desert storage. Many dismantled. Though the planes vanished, the courage and sacrifice of their crews remain immortal.
Thanks for watching. Got an idea for a forgotten era I should explore? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to make it.